I reunited with Don Hung and unexpectedly made contact with Skrullum. He warned us that Amphorius was actually an experimental ground for the erudition and was rapidly falling into the path of destruction. A Lord Ravager would soon complete its evolution in Amphorius. To tackle the crisis together, I stayed behind in Amphorius as an informant, while Don Hung returned to the Express as planned to seek help. On top of that, Skrullum informed us that March 7th had also been drawn into Amphorius earlier. However, the current priority was the Era Nova. I quickly arrived at the Vortex of Genesis and met with Finan. The Era Nova ritual was supposed to proceed smoothly under the guidance of Lycus, but the appearance of the Flame Reaver once again left the fate of the world. We struck down the enemy's mask, only to discover that his face was identical to Finan's. When his body was pierced by the ceremonial blade, a flood of memories surged forth, revealing the truth about Finan, the Flame Reaver, and Amphorius. It turned out that all of us were trapped in the eternal recurrences created by Finan and Cyrene, and the Flame Reaver was Finan himself, who had burned out after bearing countless core flames. Their goal, the eternal recurrences, had already played out 33,550,336 times. In this final cycle, I prompt thus, with Finan's help, time in Amphorius reset once more. But I became lost in a chaotic flow of time. At the critical moment, Mem, who had regained all her memories, sacrificed herself to send me back to the beginning of time.
Okay, I'm excited. Like, I'm really excited about this. Okay, let's see.
This haven of memories. Every touch, every moment is like a thorned road.
Hello. Your surprised expression is just like what the memories recorded. Maybe I'm both? Just kidding. If I had to choose, then I'm probably closer to the latter. It's pretty unbelievable for me, too. It's like I had a long dream. Cyrene's memories and Mem's memories, they're all tangled together. But when I woke up, there were only broken fragments left. I can't remember what happened in those 30 million cycles, but I remember what you did for this world. Like, didn't you wish for me to turn into a pretty girl back at the Grove? Yep, isn't it amazing? It's like a seed finally grew up and became a flower. And I'm definitely as cute as a flower now. There's so much I want to say, but unfortunately, this isn't the time to reminisce. With the memories of the previous flame chase still intact, we've returned to this place at the beginning of time, so we can carry out our promise to Finan. The descent of Iron Tomb may be looming over the horizon, but we still have a chance to change everything. Ide Silicii is so quiet. In Cyrene's memories, she always sits alone by the lake, gently swaying on the swing, like she's waiting. I don't know. It sounds weird, doesn't it? It's something that happened to me, but I'm talking as if I'm an observer. But that's just what those memories are like. Vague and unclear, as if encased in thick ice. The only things I remember are the days I spent with you. Amphorius will fall into an ending of destruction after the next Era Nova. But those stories went out of fashion ages ago. In a proper romantic epic, the hero's supposed to foil the... That's right! We now know that sealing off the sky wasn't Aquila's actual intention. Lygus is the mastermind behind it, the one who's trying to control everything. But I still feel a bit anxious. Lygus chose to walk into the spotlight and reveal everything, which means he still thinks the current situation is under his control. Maybe he still has an ace up his sleeve. Think about it. Even the name Lycurgus is a fake one. We have no idea. Which means it's probably... Yep, that Intellitron friend did say, when required, it can ID Silicii is a little... Why don't we give it a try? We should at least tell our friends from beyond the sky that you're still in one piece. Firstly, we need to find a well-hidden spot. It's super quiet here. Sounds can't get in or out. Back in Cyrene's memories, this room was her secret base. But today's different, isn't it? We aren't trying to contact I'm prepared to witness that miracle.
The way Cyrene talks is so similar to Mem. I have so many questions. I'm also worried about how Dan Heng and March 7th are doing. Here's hope.
Signal strength, 14.8%. Dialogue. We are very glad to learn that you are safe.
Pity. Now's not the time to celebrate. Having two geniuses standing here means you are in big trouble. Listen up, little one. The Destruction's eyes are gazing upon this place. No, I'm not joking, and no, it's not Droidhead.
Time is running out, so I'll explain in terms you understand. This world, Amphorius, is in fact a testing ground, where the Lord Ravager, Iron Tomb, evolves through self-extrapolation. Hiding in this segmentum, unknown to other life forms, it has endlessly repeated the process of Era Nova, seeking a solution that could obliterate the erudition. For some reason, the experiment entered a prolonged state of stagnation. However, it has now, prediction, if effective intervention is not performed, Iron Tomb will complete its self-coronation in 14 system hours and initiate its plan to destroy...
The possibilities are endless. Breaking down interstellar communications, destroying the synesthesia beacons, returning cosmic civilizations to the Dark Ages, or even starting the Third Age. Simply put, it will... Yep. Think of it as the program having reached 99.98% completion already. And then it's over.
Something in the shadows has been driving everything.
He wants Iron Tomb to break through the knowledge singularity. I don't know why he wants to do it, but he'll remove interferences at any... So listen closely, little one. The speed of time is different in Amphorius compared to the outside. Destruction is just about to arrive, but you can still play Deliverer one last time. The cycles have already been broken. You've entered what is theoretically the last cycle Amphorius will ever be able to run. An Iron Tomb will break out of its prison as soon as the process of Genesis, but now there's an abnormality within the experiment. You know what I'm talking about. One of the model's 12 factors. That is one of the 12. Fine and Signal disappeared from the cycles the moment Nanook cast their gaze this way. That means World Bearing's computational logic is currently flawed and bugged. Yet it's the factor directly related to the That old Intellitron will definitely do all he can to debug this error. So you have to take this chance to claim Kephal's core flame. But don't let him have his way. The key to suppressing Iron Tomb lies in whether he can rewrite the purpose of Era Nova.
There's one more preparation we must make. Like a deduction. That's the law, Titan.
Law. They are the...
Why do you have another little pink one next to you? Huh? Her path chart is...
Is there something wrong with me?
Never mind. Let's get back to the topic at hand. Light calendar 3960. Month of balance. We'll be locking onto this time period to find law. You can either meet the Titan, convince the demigod. We still haven't figured out how you and Don Hung got inside this world. So influencing protocol is currently make sure the core flame doesn't...
Herta, the firewall's interference is getting closer. Time is running out. Please ask any questions you still have.
Iron Tomb can't affect the real world just yet. Don't worry. Himiko and the others?
Miss March's situation is rather complicated. Madame Herta and I can detect her signal, but cannot ascertain her location. What we can be sure of is that she's still in
Don't worry about her. She's absolutely chock full of mysteries. Even if Amphorius explodes, she'll probably float out perfectly protected in a nice thick layer of ice. Worry more.
I believe in your capacities. The hands of the Trailblaze.
I'm not going to give any motivational... No, not...
Those two geniuses certainly have... Yeah. Maybe it's because of Mem? Never mind. Let's focus on something more important with... Light count, so we've at least got a solid direction. This is important. Hold on, I'll be done in...
Should I head to the attic to wait for Cyrene? Or should I have one last look at Ides Elysiae?
breathe out the old and inhale the new.
This village is where Reyjenn's life started. He said I will be taking over. Destiny must have brought me here for a purpose. This isn't a coincidence, but an eventuality created after 30. There's nothing to fear.
Thinking hard over there? I finished packing. I decided. See, there's the germ.
Just let us go. We need to fight our board. Donhan.
What?
Farewell, then. May we reunite.
All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle.
The light of the dawn device never fades. Kepale's protection has no end.
After I cross this river, it will be a tragedy for mankind. But if I do not cross, then it will be the end of me.
Outlier. Executing command. Record.
This is the intersection between them. What you see is the true form of the eternal land, and the doesn't it? The moment ancient Antikytherians sketched geometric shapes on the erudition, it was... Seems like you are not in the mood for an idle chat. That is, I have devoted myself